she's for so long been sort of part of painting that narrative as a victim. You know, and I was thinking as you were talking, Russ, about this sort of new direction that she's taking it. She was privately, amongst the family, nicknamed Teflon because of her toughness. And I think that's what we're seeing in her now. I think it's almost like she's just putting up a bit of a shield, and she actually's got to the point where she doesn't care. She knows she's divisive, she courts controversy. You might love her podcast, you might hate it. She is Marmite. And I think this new direction is like, she just doesn't care. But that comment about just wanting to people to tell the truth, I mean, is that a dig at us, at the media, because she doesn't feel that we told her true story? Is it a dig at the royal family? It's just, again, it's like, well, we're talking so much and saying what we need to say because we don't feel we've been given a fair chance to say it. That's maybe why we're also hearing her in so many podcasts and seeing her.
You know, the staff that raised those bullying allegations may feel completely differently. I mean, there's an investigation by Buckingham Palace that brought in an external legal firm. We never have discovered the findings of that, which is very interesting to say the least.
From wherever you are, see family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hit that like and subscribe button as we dive into the unintended triumph of Meghan Sussex and how royal harassment backfired. Meghan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex, has emerged as a global icon whose influence now overshadows the British royal family. The relentless campaign of harassment, scrutiny and media vilification, either orchestrated or tacitly endorsed by elements within the royal establishment, has failed to diminish her. Instead, it has catapulted her to unprecedented heights, transforming her into a symbol of resilience, a cultural force, and a driver of change. Far from silencing her, the royal family's actions have amplified her voice, expanded her platform, and made her more significant than the institution that sought to marginalize her. Harassment of Meghan Sussex has spectacularly backfired, turning her into a figure of global relevance while exposing the monarchy's missteps. The moment Meghan Sussex entered the royal sphere, she faced an onslaught of criticism that transcended typical tabloid gossip. As a biracial American actress with a successful career, a prior divorce and vocal opinions on social issues, she became a target for conservative factions within and beyond the royal family. The British press, often perceived as a conduit for palace agendas, unleashed a torrent of racially tinged narratives, from questioning her exotic heritage to ridiculing her unroyal behavior. Headlines dissected her every action, her fashion choices, her parenting decisions, even her taste in avocados, while framing her as a disruptive threat to the monarchy's traditions. This was not mere scrutiny. It was a deliberate effort to undermine her credibility. Certain elements within the royal family appeared complicit in this campaign. Anonymous palace sources fed stories about Meghan Sussex's alleged rift with Kate Middleton, her supposed demands and her struggles to conform to royal protocol. The Megxit narrative, which cast her and Prince Harry's 2020 exit from royal duties as a selfish betrayal, was steeped in this animosity. The royals, perhaps aiming to curb her influence and regain narrative control, misjudged her tenacity and the public's growing disillusionment with the monarchy's outdated practices. Instead of fading away, Meghan Sussex flipped the script, using the harassment as fuel to build a platform with global reach. The 2021 Oprah Winfrey interview marked a pivotal turning point. When Meghan Sussex and Harry sat down with Oprah, they didn't merely vent frustrations. They laid bare the royal family's inner dysfunction for a worldwide audience. Meghan's disclosures about a senior royal's concerns over their son Archie's skin colour, alongside her account of being denied mental health support, resonated deeply. The interview wasn't just a television event, it was a cultural watershed that reshaped public perceptions. For many particularly younger audiences and communities of colour, Meghan Sussex became an emblem of resistance against institutional racism and rigidity. The royals, expecting her to be silenced, instead saw her voice magnified with millions rallying to her side. This moment sparked Meghan Sussex's meteoric rise. Far from being sidelined, she and Harry inked lucrative deals with Netflix, Spotify and Penguin Random House, transforming their personal brand into a media powerhouse. Their 2022 Netflix documentary, Harry and Meghan, offered an unfiltered glimpse into their lives, humanizing them and underscoring the toll of royal hostility. The series wasn't just a commercial success, it was a masterstroke in reclaiming their narrative from the tabloids. Her forthcoming memoir, hinted at in industry reports, is poised to be another bestseller, with publishers betting on her ability to captivate readers. These opportunities didn't emerge in spite of the harassment. They were born from it. The royal family's efforts to diminish her only heightened public fascination, making her a marketable figure whose authenticity outshines the monarchy's sterile formality. Meghan Sussex's influence, really stretches far beyond just her media ventures. Her advocacy for women's rights, racial justice, and mental health has gained so much momentum, precisely because of her own experiences. The Archewell Foundation, which she co-founded with Harry, has become a platform for truly meaningful philanthropy, supporting causes like women's shelters and global vaccine access. Unlike the royal family's often ceremonial charity work, Meghan's initiatives feel deeply personal and urgent, rooted in her encounters with systemic bias. Her 2018 speech at the University of the South Pacific, where she advocated for education, and her 2020 efforts to boost US election voter turnout really demonstrated a hands-on approach that stands in stark contrast to the monarchy's aloof pageantry. The more the royals tried to portray her as unfit, the more she showcased her substance, earning respect from activists and world leaders alike. Harassment, honestly, also laid bare the royal family's weaknesses, and in a way, elevated Meghan Sussex by comparison. The monarchy's silence during the aftermath of the Oprah interview, combined with Prince Andrew's scandals and the ripple effects of Harry's 2023 memoir Spare, exposed an institution that just seemed out of touch. While the royals clung to tradition, Meghan embraced modernity, using social media, podcasts, and public engagements to connect directly with audiences. Her 2022 podcast Archetypes, where she explored women's stereotypes with guests like Serena Williams and Mariah Carey, dominated the charts and really highlighted her cultural fluency and relatability. The royal family, constrained by protocol, simply couldn't match her agility or appeal, making their efforts to undermine her seem more and more futile. The irony here is, honestly, inescapable. The royal family's campaign to diminish Meghan Sussex has only emboldened her. Each attempt to marginalize her, whether through media leaks, snubs, or exclusion from royal events, has just drawn more eyes to her story. Her resilience has inspired a loyal global following, especially among those who see her as a champion for people sidelined by institutions. The monarchy, once seen as an unassailable symbol of British identity, now struggles to maintain relevance in a world where Meghan Sussex's candid, purpose-driven approach resonates so much more deeply. Her ability to turn adversity into opportunity, whether through blockbuster media projects or impactful advocacy, has made her a figure of empowerment whose influence truly transcends borders and generations. The royal family's miscalculation has, cost them dearly. By targeting Meghan Sussex, they hope to preserve their dominance and control the narrative. Instead, they've elevated her to a status they simply can't touch. She's not just a duchess or a celebrity, she's a movement, a testament to the power of standing firm against oppression. The more they tried to tear her down, the stronger she became, proving that their harassment wasn't just cruel. It was actually counterproductive. Today, Meghan Sussex stands taller than the institution that sought to break her, a living rebuke to their outdated tactics, and a reminder that authenticity and resilience will always outshine tradition and control. The royals wanted her gone, instead they made her unforgettable.